Hi everyone, my name is Jeremy. I'm going to be talking about my project HIFLD Next and how we're thinking about AI readiness. So just a quick introduction about what HIFLD is. HIFLD Open was a project created many years ago by the DHS, and it provided a lot of different data sets around infrastructure locations in America. And it was discontinued last year. It's primarily used by emergency managers and also NGOs and state and local governments. And so HIFLD Next is an effort led by PDP, or the Public Environmental Data Partners, to restore, maintain, and improve access to these data sets. So this is there's a reason why Claude usage is 4 times higher in DC than it is in the rest of the US. And that's because you have armies of staffers and consultants basically taking websites and going into Claude and using tons and tons of tokens to make decisions and do research. And so we are somewhat bearish on integrating just straight up chatbots into tools and more bullish on people bringing their own tokens to do research. And so if we want people to be able to make data informed decisions, ideally in our best interests, and to basically to but if we want them, like whether they're a staffer or they're an emergency manager, we don't just need to think about them as humans, but also think about their machines as well. So how do we do this? So this is a common use case for HIFLD. This would be finding the hospitals within 30 miles of Madison with fewer than 100 beds, and also plotting out secondary evacuation routes using secondary highways. So I'm just going to walk through this example and how we would do this with HIFLD. So the first thing that we kind of think about is agent discovery. We use TANStack Start a lot to make ourselves more discoverable to AI search engines. And then also, once an agent lands on our homepage, we also publish an LLMs.txt file as well as agent skills that they can load into context and give them patterns on how to access our data, and also how to just make better decisions with the data sets available to them. Okay, so and then the second thing that we think about is API access. So we expose basically all of our catalog as a collection of JSON endpoints, and we basically this is so that we can publish them without having to make agents have to scrape our web pages and give them just a better way of accessing the data. And think in the future, what we want to do is we want to be able to support Stack as well as OGC feature APIs. And then also we published all of our data as GeoParquet and PM tiles, and we don't require a login to access any of our data. And so what we think is an agent running on behalf of the user could use something like DuckDB, or really just like any kind of like basically a coding agent would be able to create a web app using the PM tiles without having to do a ton of conversions. These are basically just more efficient formats than just giving you a giant data dump of everything and asking you to sort it out on your own. And so this is kind of the elephant in the room. We're thinking about we're exposing ourselves to agentic traffic, but we also have to think about what that looks like when you have 10 times more traffic because people are accessing these with their machines as opposed to just on by typing. And so this is a problem that not only we face, but also OSM and Wikipedia face as well, and just basically open data projects in general. So there's some considerations I want to talk about for HIFLD next. So HIFLD and PDP, not so much with HIFLD, but a lot with PDP. They basically, a lot of the data sets that they publish, they used to be maintained by the government. And so we're hesitant to give ourselves a single point of failure with relying on something like Cloudflare R2 for free egress, or relying on like an open data grant from AWS, because that could be easily shut down by the government if they wanted to. And then also because we're a grassroots organization, we have to be more resilient to basically like tons of traffic overloading our cloud bills. So this is how we're thinking about protecting ourselves given those constraints. I am pretty bullish on agents finding ways around traditional bot, like anti-bot mechanisms. What we're thinking about, this is still kind of an idea that we're playing with, is basically just making it more expensive for agents that don't respect responsible access patterns. We may introduce some kind of like session token issuance policy based on Argon 2, which is like it's a proof of work mechanism that's more memory intensive and basically requires more resources to get to issue yourself a token that would run on the client's machine. And then in addition, something that we've already done is we support mirroring right now, and so we plan to basically distribute all of our data across different clouds, and also as well as our APIs and databases. So yeah, I'm just going to open myself up to questions and love to get your thoughts after.